could be for Christmas, you know, but so more than us, beware of dogs. As are the wild dogs, I'm a bohaka. If you can carry baby penalty. Beware of wild dogs. A bit more to be a short to crew. Beware of wild dogs. I see an immediate.
So go hakoyede.
Na send the sanity bonya bo so sanity no.
They say COVID in ko bi afie.
Me time ani pa ka be mienu mi ensa bia na makọ. Me ko.
Be dey hu.
Me tete kwanche, mo ka se me ko.
E no wani woni pa le. Se dia na me di le dia ne.
Oh. Bibi bo, bronya. Something they come Christmas. Enye juma kitu o. Ubu wani kusukura imu. As wani tete. There's always to say that the company be twem kokwa obo en ko be gina ama oni wa wi na afi wato aso akọ enti no atoye they be at the can dey very important is atoye enti yen chile na unfortunately for to atoye no so nipa dodo na wait e be pager almost sad ye ni be pager more o hwe ti say PRO na o hwe eye dachi ne mu a mesre mo nua ne mo be di Hey. So.
Amitra. So nipa na ho onyi. Nipa nye.
Adada fe no ho.
Eh we do mo dream.
No, evidence based. Say nipa kan sam na say wono kura sa na wono aye de. Hey. Emo mpa.
Efi abari asida na fe no ho se nipa nye.
No, say ne ya ye ka.
Ba fa wa kasa wa experience.
Se say ya ye ka se bibi ye sudden. Na na de
we hu be.
Beware of dogs. Boy, it just say one more someone walk alone.
Indirectly no kai bo.
But what time is it?
What for the Hey, just
baby. Man, beware of wild dogs. Beware of wild dogs. Beware of wild dogs.
Now, any bell ho. If
me bell assembia. The one who the committee mama. Oh, yeah, miss. Me bomb baby me bomb share by them. It be problem be out there. But me no me ba ho.
Oh, no go bio.
Me me kono.
On do abako beware of jata. Jata me ayi ni ade. Jata me.
Oh my goodness.
Omo dey say.
Yes, maybe this ayi kama board obi ni jata ni si.
Obi search no for chair.
Yeah, that was at the 20th of December. Onyame adoma countdown na makoma be du ba ko bi na yewura afia ebe mo hu de nti onyame do ba asase we so. Wa twen wa twen musa afia ye be wura mu no afia na obeti ase na wo hunu unti ase keke o uhu no asa experience onyame ani monyam ene sentia onyame do ba asase ti PRO o shebrebe sisa.
Amen.
Afia o shebrebe double up.
I receive it.
Diamond. O de ebe too far.
Amen.
Eti wa o hwe bia no o de answer mpaye ne nkwa na because 2022 no upe o umpe o eyedi.
Amen.
Eti anya fe na chese me ba be ka kire o se me ba se be ka kire because nyame de adua me mu.
Amen.
Eti man kan kire o be mistake. Se ora ho onye adwuma nye on ware ye o je uko school uni bibia o ye o dan ka ye tu if January by December for there a fear of mutu was kakrabo enye edwuma mebe no so but 2022 too much.
Onipa pe
with a lot of good things.
Amen.
O dey say money na ho na twe ho free enioma ensem fata. So o chichire o man fa akoma pa chichire o man adwuma bia so e dey man fa akoma pa ye na fa otwu free eye ntwagu so otwa nturatu obi so na otwitwa obi nanti na odi konkonsa na wo ye nioma enioma ebo man ebo kru ebo abusia now we you who film kakra. Because 2022 is not a movement too. It's a blessing.
Amen.
The politicians almost say a movement. Yeah, they say a blessing.
Amen.
Because the money the crab blessing is you fair one to or my hand cognizance. And you fair one to camera bisu. And you fair one to sikanibi enim so. Yeah, they want to.
Amen.
If you hadn't to so no koko kra na ba. If you be nipa.
You won't cook. No, beware of dogs today.
O kra ka obi na no mama ye o feel the go about yes. If you ask us a lot of people are frustrated. Obi na how deal with the frustration and desperation. But mama encourage you na no pay say tibia bia o de wo bia na me sere bebre. Once out tiase ne nko ade, don't look at the environment. Me too quiet that me feel obi an go school that obi an worried that obi an sit down that me talk hard that me nya adwuma that me nya say that no dey twem.
Amen.
So Mr. it's important because staying off 1 week and doing certain visitations ni nyoma bi amehu no. Enipa dodo na nkasa abemabu. O ma toba ha. Se ebasa na afia adwene na ebenyina afia enye papa. So at se ebasa adwene yes adwene ebenyina no enye papa. Emre wo mu ye den ahun tumi fancy say emre ni more den. I know there you cannot run away from that. But don't even attempt to shift the blame. Say bibi besia ma bibi wo ni mu nyame no. That's the difference o. Every day in the move by dia eti anwa de say Ghana papa bi and I wiase papa bi dey ni ma ebe bi mu ya trust that stage you know. But they that know their God difference in na no.
Amen.
Difference in na no ebi ni beka say wiase adi o mo hwe nkwa na de kwa na akos ebi ni enipa wu ha o mo hwe na obusu na odofo kwa na mo de mo ko eti enya magic eye won na oninim onarade ebra etisi mu no Sanko for never fast as so the pa a didn't say nyafu. It is a year of blessing.
Amen.
Ma miss me for winship.
For shima.
What's a penaba?
Yeah.
Abapa.
So what techima na se wo a tifi mantema. Sabre George Nkusibo anafeja a tomanches are also secret you other part don't want to actually be. My specific because I've been there before. Esremu techiman. Hona no man timi wo rese. It would to your part them
we dey no na me ba be kan even mosquito coil tontom so am sa
we just you are
mo obia nhwe ne ho yie obia because what an more dry yes obia wo pia fifie no adundum ne ma na nkos park bibia nkofo oja hyehye bia ma no de eni kwase ehunu eni kwase yetie to obia nhwe no ho yie ono mo cigarette wi afa na tie aso ne dum no wo ko hye wo papers a gina ho na shi ni wie wo hwe na okwa na de su aguso no ano no yesa wo from no fasa wo anu say atre agu ne hiem ena wie mu dwuse ya ho no obi boabo ne nwura no no wa hye no ekwan no ho se omotaaye utu kwan akọ ya ho se ye hye kwan no ho sa yesre ayi fuwa cast na etwam kan kesi timumye nyina ye hwe ho yie obi ade wo ye bia hwe ho yie wo pia no apenkuto bi wo ni lebama nkuto ade ayi wa no ho
me baby mistake of
white
bam she manu nyina wine am tie no be dey wo so say wow
na ka say dey
ka say wow
na say wo ka hwe wo kra wa nya hwe yi o
tete wo no ka kire me no wo sa ka kire say you be si me nya hwe yi no wo sa ka kire say
na wo say e bam ben ya dey di twie ho na
we na di man wo say abo that's me yi say yellow one just show wo say wow
that's when ya dey for
uni eni da ho ne hwe yi na wo ka kire ya na wo so fa bi ye wa
di ko hwe piaro mu
so nya di pam
anti mi sifrika ma no so teraja wo dey you know wetin bi afa
enipa enya omugidie so omubedidi ofie na beware of wild dogs it is susufa race
anti wo the body would see
na bi wa sada de na anyo na ebo obi afa ni da ho enye na de but nyame sade wa kan so na obi anso de akomapa be so onya mu chefa because eden but when ni da ho
yes
na when ni da nyame so a ebe ye den so enye den sa nyame sha ne de wa kan wa 31st class e be ye dwuma ne ya kwaso de ma e sha na na de ma ye ha
Bible so ayi enstruma season 4 no
wa ko jo hojina nipa betime hu ye be ya ho sepe wa je ne ho gina e wo enstruma eno abia bia no e wo West Hills Mall echi ho no
echi e ho na
eti no misrem
e ho na
e dia wa koye de Me na me yanka da bontin so say ade a wakoye. Na
ne be sam na woke.
Nipa so wa muteba.
Ho na ade a wakoye.
No see kofa kase ade a wakoye de.
Obi ene nyina mo ya me.
Oh my.
No see kofa kase na no achiro. Agukasi a wo se pe na afi efisem na empese ko so da wase. Afi ne ko na wiye but e da wase pa so nyame adom from January to December. Oni yaba ana oni ekowie kama na 2022 so no asa sha kama. It's not a movement, it's a blessing here.
Amen.
Different to akoma so. Very very important. Now ekremofo nyina the gospel sa Christopher so almost the end besa. Also I match now ba. Da bye why you you jumaro. E ko fa kase bono. E ko ba kase bono.
No sia wade mama me mamu nyina che me mo akwa Badom TV no sia kase so adwoda no pay samwasie no braso sa wote bie sa Adom kase ensam ne do so ne todwa wo mu bi a wo betini mampani adodan kwakufu adode adesra ma MPP amanyoko no nkabo mu pe ene betimi aboa wo mo e wo 2024 abato mu yede mu nsam ebeba mampani abedi akire so ede bi eto so sese 8 no mu pese mu break no na mo sa to aso dia ene obi anye focus na mo hwe se enkabo mu ebeye adwuma no ne nsem bi ena no pay me de bro sa Adom TV Badwam kase me dem live or Facebook/Adom TV de bia wo ye ne sentimeni sododo ko like comment na fe wa share me di afia amankwa tamaklo afia ne die mientie se de nsem ne kyeremu ankasa etie Ghana mampani adodan kwakufu ado ede ato MPP amanyoko ma animenra wo mo national annual delegate conference na ekoso no o se nsiye ene no kwaredie enkabomu ene betimi aboa wo mo amankunimdi aye won de wo mfempinu ene adonu nan abato kese do my Ghana enemo.
Every step that we take from now to 2024 is going to be decisive for whether we win in 2024 or not. Let's remember that the Ghanaian people are looking at us today and they'll be looking at us every step of the way until 2024. So the more discipline there is amongst us, the more unity there is amongst us, the better is our conduct, so is our chances of 2024. Competition, we cannot avoid competition. Competition there will be, but let that competition help the party and not hinder the party so that we can break the 8 in 2024. This government has spent more money on education, on health, on industry, agriculture, infrastructure, particularly our roads, than any government in the Fourth Republic. Let me repeat it. We have spent more money on improving the circumstances of our people in education, in health, in industry, in agriculture, in the digital economy than any government of the Fourth Republic. And I'm very proud that we've led the government that has brought this level of achievement to our country.
Mampani abedi akire so Dr. Mahmudu Bawumia enso de nsema hodo to dwa se MPP amanyoko omo pese 8th administration se bia mamu no tena so mfie enwoche na yayi ho ama ofofra ba so ompe so omutwa sa dem no omokoso atena so de a ene ye party mu mpanimfo enkabomu ni siye ene betimi aboa wo mo amankunimdi aye won dia e wo 2024 abato onim.
We have worked hard as a government under the visionary leadership of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and we are committed to continuing to serve the good people of Ghana. Protecting our efforts, vision, and legacy means we necessarily have to break the 8, as we have termed it. In this regard, let us all be aware that breaking the 8 will not be easy. It has not been done before in our history, but I believe if we are united, Inshallah, we will break the 8. MPP has a solid record of achievement in the Fourth Republic. Our party has become the most important driver of the Ghanaian vision and development agenda. We have been responsible for the most important policies which touch every Ghanaian in every corner of our nation.
Mento Badwam kase so na yankonsam foforo emu na fragmentum mu posi pani adidwumaso bi ewo ho enipa enum nubone enipa eka ahyen ne kwan bone so no mu di awuo no womo akoha Yusuf ewa Akache South Ketu South ya ni nyina ewo mensi no emu womo hwe se japade ni nipa ebambo obekọ strontia Adom TV kase etwoso
Enipadodo Regional Police Commander ewo from Mantemu etimechire wonom no na emu oha eni dunum motor riders emu mienu wonom a woton enubone a ebra wo chire wonom no na ahan bia wo won ho no wosusu se Indian help asankrofo ina no wo chire wonom ewo Akache sa operation yi wonom hyase enura opanima abosomene da na etoso du wotwe afimpinu ene adunu ba akon yi mu wonom to aso ekwa aplawo ye Ketu South Mensini ni mu enipa aduasanan na wochire wonom a wosusu se wonom eton onubone na wonom a wochire wonom nso no na emma wotwe bi eka ho se nipa nyina no won da wan ewa police fo aso ya woye wonom enhwehwemu wochire se wonom a wobehunu se wodi bone no wode wonom ekwa akogina asem bia Volta Regional Police Command no ade atoja se sa operation a wahyase no obeto aso wo Mantemu ne nyina se ne be ya bronya bre ya epempen so ba no omanfo benya asumdwie edi no anya ahontoso se bambo adwumayefo emma asemboni bia ento wo no Volta Regional Police Command no ahye omanfo nyina abo etitiru ene wonom a wodi mmara so ya wo from Mantemu ene emia hoduo nyina se wonom be ya adwumaden se ne be ya obesa yekon ewo bonefosem so na bonefosem eso ate ewo Mantemu honom
Ekunafo bi ya womo kwanta North Mensimu ewo Timantemu esre wana wonsem wo bie ankwankore se ne de omra no mo meboa wo mo meso wo no asene sika famu bibie mu no so ntimi mfanhwe wo ho ene wo ma
mba no ono mo hwiri mu no ebi o abusiafo no de bepo nkwada no de ama na school nsamunie nkwada no ono mo yare eso oba no na die obi okra ya kunafo obi o die odipe di dwakra abono oye hwanyeye nti ama ebinum nkwada kra akeka o school na obetumi adi abo nkwada no enkoyie
yebre ebi ayewe yenkotwaja enso a enye ne bede seja no so asa nti abrabo mo edi njanka no omuntu nko school nkwada no gufi omo peta nyina tete yenye bi nhye ne anya bi ama omo ukunu ti ho
ye pese yesre aban and individual come and know if say so work na ni a wapo nyame adwuma ya fasa aban we so ade kire nyame kwan
Adom TV Badwam kase na oguso hwe no mamenko Northern Region na Regional Motor Dealers Association one more power road safety campaign ho entoma ombota nyina ne se nkwanhia de afi de nkentwa mukura na obi anko na obi amra Adom TV kase etwoso
There are instances whereby a customer you once sold motor to come back to your shop and may lose one leg or one arm. When you find out, you got to realize that the motor you sold to them is the cause of the problem. Sometimes you may ask about a customer and you are told he has passed. When you find out the motor you sold to them is a cause, and that becomes a cause of worry to the association, because motorbikes, as we all know, should not be a killer. You sell a motorbike that should serve as a good master, a problem solver, enable you to move easily around parts of the region and the country, sometimes ending up losing their life, and just because of the attitude, just because of negligence, and just because of maybe not wearing crash helmet.
I want to add that about 90% of these accidents involve motorbikes and motor riders. which is very serious and is affecting the region so much that we don't know how to stop it. And I'm happy that our Motor Dealers Association have made it a point that they will have the Ghana Police Service to stop all these accidents. I mean,
so me call Pandai Mensino, Emo District Police Commander, DSP Richard Odate, and they were to this year war Pandai anymore. So one more pass, say will be so be a bar or ababo chrono, not yet them Russia and some a bruni panababy a chekrania say Kumunan India, Oba Yamra and Maho Kwansa. So be a Bibisa police station near to Nabaho. The football Samio on the Adom TV, Casse, et was.
The Criminal and Other Offences Act now, Act 2960, Section 315. Tribal Dave in whatever form they are at Yamra. Free 1962, and I shemra say, and my young tribal them. And numbering we am for that so a year tribal day. I think over 60 years, as a man I can you. Not still. Nipa wo Ghana ha a wo da so ye tribal sunsun adie ye mfa nko hunam nanso wo ba the northern part of Ghana ha ye di sunsun niama e ko hunam mran wo Ghana ha so emfua sunsun niama so e ye hunam asem de obetimi ye hu de obetimi ade ho adanse e na mra no hwe eno na obetimi ade akokos asem a wontimi fa nkokot no Etiamra. Entiafuto medema omo the northern part of Ghana now mudaso. Yesa northern yesa tribal de metres or munjai.
Menye no so na Adom TV kase na ha ne bema kwan na media sie media fia amankwa tamaklomekoi. Akudie mo nsam eba enenso ahosepe ewo ho. Efisem ne pensem mu bebo akwem. Promoto abetensem foforo sa Adom kase. E ma munyina afihia pa. Yeda se.
Akwa ba kensi me ba Adom TV so Adom TV so be dwonwuma die so dia kensi mu sempai sa kana no peso ja me din Enoch Kwesi Wolanyo Wallace agudie catch ba kope the only nomenclature the professor's degree in sports the Regina Wallace the nation's presenter and mesin kunya ekon quantum code small do saka and no peso e Ghana agudie ejao chano so se nyuma ko mienu Jeffas Health Limited on the Jeffas edro tetation and etachiri se gonorrhea syphilis candidiasis white fever na so dipo and afi so kwa no waist pains untimi to panin kwanani manachi and afi premature ejaculation be mo pc pia asedabdab no yinani no e man empesa bomodian da o sentimi ka Jeffas edu bia betia bodwuma best don hwero hane echi na still gusu gina so a o pompe bomodian da so de be che herbal shops ne pharmaceutical shops nemu edro ni din e Jeffas na no question no password dem be hwe amamfo dance only Jeffas can save. Only Jeffas can save. Hallelujah. Bomodiada, so on sabitia catch Jeffas. Be do ibo adwuma setete. Was set making be beating about 1xbet. I've always told you that betting is better than sakawa. Betting there and one say we trying before and I didn't before trying to come be didn't come san manum and intimacy bomodiada say busunya dia asase be eja ka bi na ho mobile phone kwade do sek ya boy sibe suma mosika fani na ko guso na trying before na didn't before per bet there and one 1xbet remum fa adwene kakra to anya sa odi obi anu asemachi di twa bet we tribe bum wadwum betin ahyehye wo per bet there and one 1xbet madama wo mo na etachira abo me na no peso ye dia wo kense wo sempan saka ewo eye Adom TV so ejao yen hyase mfamfi EPL matches awodo etwensa pie mu na wo twa Newcastle United for chance ma Manchester City ebetwa meka na wo mantimes madabraka 1-3 wonders enso ne Chelsea 90 minutes of soccer fiesta the scoreline was barren ekwe kokko simu awanya bi meso manya bi obi ho a wotimi eposo ne yokwatena na afi so kwa no ukom hwesa na setana esi kwa Tottenham Hotspur ene Liverpool almost bo 2-2 and after Leeds United etransema Arsenal ebetwa ne kana otekane mu baako ana saa ehihye sonkun etwensa pie mu England ho no matches ne bi ba so ebi nso entwensa ma so efa ni Spanish La Liga matches no so ye twintwan ho na nyasem ketwa Granada 40 match Mallorca twomeka na otekane baako Atletico Bernabeu Real Betis etwa ne kamiasa otekane mu mienu na Figata Chiefs Sasuna etwa ne ka baako wentimi ante Real Madrid ene Cadiz Fonso 90 minutes of soccer fiesta the scoreline was barren ekwe kokoko simu awa enya bi meso enya bi obi ne hotime poso ne nyonko atena e wasa case na fe so obam hwese na Mexico so a Rayo Vallecano etimechi Alves etwamaka mienu omantiante ana fe Real Sociedad 1 ana fe Villarreal 3 obam Barcelona 4 etimechi Elche 4 ema omutwamaka miensa Elche te kana mu mienu ana fe so Sevilla etimechi Atletico Madrid etwa ne kamienu te kana ba ko Getafe Elche Espanyol twa ne kamiensa ema otimi etimu ba ko we Spain Monten so Spanish La Liga ehun komo kakra no into Ghana komo kakra dia ne chese dwumadi big team esa to so na otwe wie 46 swag award e kanse swag SWAG Sports Writers Association of Ghana nyankofa se benya do nim tade pashe hwese na nema esie kwa na weyi enhyehyɛ so kokwa motime de bo amanfo ase benya do omudi ensentro dwumani makotene ana afeso kwa na omo a womo ebo ma gudi nso etime sa to pom check club administrators a womo ehwe sporting activities and disciplines a wodo bebere so no womo so etime senya maboss body we need didi campa womo bon sentro for baso search media kesi ase ma Ghana mampanyi abadi ekire his excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bamia dictalization or the kupupum ho na nya semketwa
Sports Writers Association of Ghana ya etwa ntiase swag oma was kese ne baso a ye board dimpa dodo na abaso ekowi ase na Kudus Mohammed ye osi akan de ma Black Stars Ajax Amsterdam ene owo waje player of the year ena House of Folk Brandte Daniel Bane efriye aje local player of the year afofo na so je oma baso bo a omodi anigye ekofie no mampanyina be de akire Dr. Mahmoud Baumia kopie dwumadie na se a what two football people for say about Juma Washase air digitalization no a idea about poor money ye pa and until football for any better ho now my near my year a quite about Bawonum no matter whom for so and yesika.
I want to state and urge all sports stakeholders in Ghana that Ghana sports cannot afford to miss out on the opportunities of digitalization after missing out on television revenue and sustainable sponsorship. The digitization agenda of the government offers sports entities in Ghana a unique opportunity to transform their brands and maximize their revenue stream through e-membership, e-ticketing, and e-commerce. By adopting the concept of digitization, which is the norm for all sports brands around the world, the Ghanaian sports entities, especially football clubs, should be able to rake in more revenues from their fans, even if they are a few thousand of fans.
His Excellency the Vice President of Ghana, Dr. Mahmoud Bamia Natine Cancer Sports Writers Association, womo edwumadie akesia eya basobodie breno okopi masie ana digitalization odi propom e ma makasa hu sampa e so digitalization mu but she no sma me say GPL matches need to start to Ghana otwe to so week 9 near e course ni 11 Wonders 2 Bibiani Gold Stars 1 Ashanti Gold Football Club 0 Great Olympic 0 Real Tamale United 2 Elimina Sharks 0 na fe Legon City 1 Kumasi Asante Kotoko 2 na fe Aduana Stars 3 Berekum Chelsea 2 Wafa 1 na fe Mediama Sporting Club 0 Karela United 1 Beche United 1 House of Folk 2 and afi Accra Lions and Kranjata 0 we any matches out with 20 pm nyame adom na bibia betwam nzo anto ehum ni aham antiensen to dia na se Kumase Kemfasa Laja Abdulkarim Gusa team omni Dreams Football Club for e dia Kinsen betian certain time so yenhwe highlights na kakra
and it's the first goal for Kotoko
making the magic for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, but the header and straight look at the composure from Frank Mbella, but poor defending from Lagos City.
Very, very rare to see him start a game from the bench for Kotoko. Razak Abalora lost that completely, and Lagos Cities are back in the game.
Brilliant header. Look at the cross. You expect him to deal with that ball, Razak Abalora, but a shade late from his line.
Menun team. Opportunity now for the second goal. Razak Abalora made himself big for it. Stephen Amankona would love to go down the byline, sends in the decent cross, and that is the second goal for Kotoko.
And then there you saw the header. At it again, look at the pace, and look at that cross. Brilliant header.
Got playing from Accra Lions. Goalkeeper, breaks it attack. Abin Junior's cross. It's a header from Banya, and it's the open goal from Kofi Koji. The Fabians are up by 1-0, and the Fabians have taken the lead here in Cape Coast. Daniel Lefria Barnier, can he take the second? And he makes it 2. Finally, Daniel Lefria Barnier is on the score sheet, and the Fabians have that assurance goal. It is 2-0 here in Cape Coast.
Enti na je se kakra etimesa pie no but yen kwa akra so phobia never say die ahyedu ketekana na nyanko ntom na ntenenura wonto nam da no akotom da botim sampa ni je to makomam no echen boni a wonta Samuel Bodu head coach edema akra so folk ne nkomo enye.
We were eliminated from the Africa, and this is the local league that we are in, that we have to maintain the standard, even though we didn't start well. But we hope and we believe that if you take match after match, as a folk will come up. We are
Samuel Bodu as a folk coach and attending can but yen kokumase asande go Dr. Prosper Nete Ogum on also the nkomo kakra messenger despite the fact say with medium kunimo na kensi no ono ankasa player boys in display no and said anya nisu ama no.
No, I wasn't satisfied with the performance. If you look at the way we played, that's not typically how we play. When we scored, we were playing better, but because the goal we conceded was a bad goal, it just took the zeal out of our team, and basically that made us to be a bit disjointed. But then when we went into the dressing room, I told them those things happen in the game, and we need to pick the pieces together. So in terms of performance-wise, I'm not happy about the way we played, especially after we conceded. But before we conceded, I think we're solid, we're marking, we're tackling, we're passing the ball well. But then because of the nature of the goal...
Dr. Prosper Ogum, Kumasi Asandorko for head coach no doctor, and I think cancel didn't come 18 cents to Jano. But young court must work no do enkano na obo wa heroes no. Now I'm person see the Afro man. Only Kita Lagos City Bubu Kuritim Sampa City Taya. Now why? Na Raskimono Nyumno under pressure and not in the Kelma. Obo, oh, the Jumedia, who could sway him.
With the goalkeeper to beat, what can you teach a player to? Only the goalkeeper to beat. I mean, that is football. We understand that sometimes you create the chances, you can't convert them. But the most important thing is a player that missed that glorious opportunity is 16 years. So we are happy with him. We are not going to put any pressure on him. Just that we keep encouraging him to do his best when the chance comes the next time. It's a worry, but everybody saw the game we played. We're not going to change that. We'll continue to play and play and play like that until we start winning. With the goalkeeper to beat, what can you do?
And I'll tell you, Council some 18 to Jason. So, say one of the ardent members of the technical team for the senior national soccer team, Blasters of Ghana, NCBA, the call African Cup of Nations. So, can be a call, but the team, while all stars, which has in the Mexico, so one air form of Enyasim Kumakra. We soon imagine now media name common also as 1xbet. I've always told you that betting is better than Sakawa. Bet they will try to be for another before trying to come up, didn't come and manum, and it's Mr. Who is Kabia or Hodia, a Japadia de Daho, I say, Mr. Pomodia, that's all didn't be good 1xbet who trying to be for. Wouldn't be fool. So soon as Jeffers Health Limited on the Jeffers. I do that actually net and Saba. Say good Ria, John Soya netted to syphilis, candidates his white feet and as would poor. Or Bible how would you poor channel? Naso no running to her, a bomb Buddha, Mr. Bomodianda, so sabit me, I can't a Jeffers a dreamy. And I feel so quite waste pains, ultimate to panic on any manechi, premature ejaculation, Bemo PC, Piao, as a double no way you any. Guess name Pesa, Bomodianda, so sabit your Jeffers, and be with your boy, you my best don't show her, and actually 100 hours, and actually now go Sujana. Oh boy, Juma, Uncle Baby, a Jeffers a dray, and a bit of bois, where shops in pharmaceutical shops in them, a do none one num, a bit of bois, and my pomo don't send etian to you, or Madama, woman that touch him and Nedra Dano pay. A then come out and Saka will case him with Sajao. Within the Enoch, Kwesi, Walanyo, Wallace, a good year catch back pay, the only nomenclature the professor's degree in sports, the Al Regina Wallace, the nation's presenter, and I'm Jim, of course, evidence based presentation, Sajao. That in terms of direction, we heavy, and I feel so crano, Obemwa. There's a Bernard Padibu more fascinating pompa on the producer this time. Sergio Manuchu, any other wonderful members of the crew, camera guys, we super. Now for my mic came and I feel could make up Esther Muso. You sure maybe on me making me down. Who tell you, my dear, and I'm always she, Bubuashi, Kaneshi, Agubulushi, Fedabaka, Copin Bomeka, down some of the Kumakofodia soon, some Kidibo dress markets, every month, Ponte Fadi, get a cratching of you so do. I mean, fancy and Amerino. I agree. Macrovia.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Biara o biara mama na kwaba mbra hu se pe jumezejo na anepe what's the fe what's na ko heaven into alon ko heaven. Hey, fe what's singing? fail sing na kwa heaven asama haba into American for Pepsodent Chaco White Amoyo mame fail sing na kwa heaven fail sing na kwa heaven koko use ai na mama akwa badam no weekendi shows no record but I could be no dance so papa zamam na menyoreka onsroma Yarishre in so much mezi no hon komo and minorizi na ya launching in grand style. West Hills most shading power baby go honom extra live band performances na mo family old contestants no winners no na one ma over contesting as no one performance. I mean not me highlight one pa abrentie the performance no abrente the performance no na okum na ehwefia mankwa tamaklo ozo na nyimnyam beta ye chira na nsoma Yasha say, into no unveiling of the 30, more from a 30 na ya for one hour starting so much with no when you was one tray. Ma yan share on my highlights no na embrace here.
Obadinimu ana susun konkon dimuno. Officially no ya launching in Suma season 4.
That's right. So right,
we are Mesre Awufobia and Obi Osha say, Omun Voti. Yako Beninina, Obi Tinchin Obeka say, Obi Anyade, and Obi Adia Pan, in a film, and I'm me, and I'm an emomi, in a film. Intino, yes, selected corners, Yanina, Mesre Awufobia say, Omun Voti, Madam say.
And so Baba perform here. My name 1 year monjin so. Na next week or ba was sabe born home today. Make come here 30. 12 na no mobile ko wi. Mesre me udu fe men sre akwala na especially school for mesre. Sa akwala ni free ma men kon ko no school.
Da often benin na besia besekeya yes wa say oh da what on you man if baby are we nyimnya it is a besia return no one aya bombos in that sassy we are seeing why yo da ebe
yes so you think
Okay, to know and the West Hills Mall and so much mezi in a Yakosha Kakrabeno. Ya launching in grand style. Now, a Becca Wajuma 3 seasons in I don't know, menu for Uncle taking away win and Soma. Into no this year no, you're root for Messiafono. This year no, Messiafono. Yoshan, Human, who gave you more as paying in eyes and Vimacati nature. Into no girls, no more power to your elbow. One share BB, one show BB. Not America, Messia for what you must me not Mamma won't Jackie. No, awesome. Not Jackie in the dark or concert, also the live experience with Jackie. Now, in the performances, now all called on honum now. Superb. Homa Yenje, who like highlights her crack, now embraces here. Live experience with Jackie and a mama Ashe Kakrano. There's something about her. Apart from there, Ninyom Oye unique. Apart from there, Ninyom Tony unique in Kakrano. Chanel outfit. At Taro Beshano, the fashion sense or another level. Or another level. You can't think far. Na say Mruko Menyima or na papa the legendary na a champion of full stage. Na enyomo to yeneze also my mind there for you. Na nyomo no na papa oto nyomo no ma yen share ahonom kakra no so na yem bra sisia.
Na muntie almost say my mind there for you. My heart beat for you. Every time when I think I want to hear you say yeah. I must say, saying everybody by you know, proud of him, say I can't talk back. I'm so happy. I must say, so everybody so you know, once you saw him, I must say, big guy and I must say.
Na muonkomo kakre bi amepede adepe mngi deputy minister of tourism minginizi mama papa Mark okreku mante Mark baby biara wo biara se minimum obede mi ohwa Adom TV na so onhwe so ase etinkre ya abopocho te na te na on toma uncle mam na wafa 7th November no mayete there oyaza COVID vaccine card no also dey go event na if you fear na atamoza ato ho na nkeke gina event na say na wa mo pass na chada wo no awo COVID vaccine no awo woze na wafa how far with that wafa orokodan because you who show wafa da oyam ahubo kakra na do oyam hu no otuma koma kakra wo da munsemi hu da sisiaro no be ma during the 20th yarehen 24th abasna ko 31st za hen 1st January show so no ba no nkofulubo show so no wafa nkofulubo show na yerekwan na nyim dam no so no na oyaza more people nkofulu be ebo pay abo ano more sisiaro no say ehihen ifie ma another hihen offices na za obia ya Ghana sisia obia ya wanye wutile obey your code wanye code or your cough nkofu ya papa inti wafada ma eken no mo shokwan da yebohu da directive no yeziri ejuma say wo boso nsman nkofu mo abesna ko event ase no abesna ko akohwe da nkofu kitikita one COVID vaccine aza wafa ma yenhwe 96 yaro no Jackie ne papa my mind there for you no video no why ready homa yenhwe kakra na wafa my mind there for you no ready nti no Mark she shazoro kodu kakra wo krom na yembre sisi
you've been vaccinated to be able to enter age 5 and above you require mask. Mask will be removed for special activities like eating, drinking. But we should try as much as possible to reduce numbers at places, not to go and overcrowd a place. 2 meter social distancing will be adhered to. Contactless ticketing is encouraged as much as possible. You see, our digital is beginning to show here. Dr. Baumia, Vice President. QR codes for ticketing will also be encouraged. QR code for brochures will be encouraged. Staff who work for your events must also go through the same type of screening. You wash, make sure they also have their vaccination card to show, just like when you enter a sporting event in Europe or any other country will do, or a restaurant.
Okay. Inti no video sing nara na maka bo mezamo no Jackie ne concert no na yahwe kakra no damara nso na za oye honorable Mark okay kumante okay train on the 7th of November no na mama waso ate kakra no nti wofa mugudo a mo twe wa adwini gina do o Sunday amara mako shows ni bi bi o hono mekwa na wabo temperature ahwe da wo temperature no okay wo si wuram ewurom kwatena ho ansa na wezi we chira ba be ka cho da ba mi show nose mask nti say ebinim ebekọ no ebinim obi hot na ho da ma nose mask no on shebi gina wo chima wo be ka che but oh sare nyan kasa so as citizens no ye hwe ye ono na akufo ado kan citizens and not spectators because inyimna yereba wo krom osi dan na ekokatena event ase nipa dom bebrebe na enhye nose mask wo me ye asaze da ye citizens so na spectatorship no ye twom wo ma ye ko show sa ye nhye walankasa was covid jabi kwaje woze ye protected but walankasa ho ba no so why a problem na mark eso so e ka the stadium no oyaza we closing oyaza stadiums no ye close stadiums no so wa finance ya weekend ya wo show last 2 weeks wo show ho what's up mark ma yento nka because enyim there I was a your see ade your esia into no say wadwono nko ho no ma mpocho ma atwe wadwone jadwa na pay for when you are nyanim mam for when you are nyanim mam so nde nyimpa no nkwa ho hia papa na mruko menyima ende dano na menenam social media do menenam Instagram mo faka ma fa hade na ma fa na muhuni BBA oya outstanding BBA na oya hom papa it was very refreshing to watch into no mepede menyo che oya Miss Universe contestants no Miss Universe or pageants beauty pageants na contestants no why you shoot to be or Black Star Square nefewa mame nefewa say share the uniqueness of ntara na washana kuma yanhwe kakra na yemra what this is beautiful you know Miss Universe contestants no na yeru hu an dam no entire na wahwehwe no oya ahomeka dodo you know oya 100% Ghanaian 100% Ghanaian another man can 100% African share the anchors na was I tell anchors na what's on ha ono ne rabe other class and ha max no wan function any mo ozabubom na ehwe gold ogun nsa chains ogun nsa oya homeka dodo damara na erukotoku na rabe wapam someha wapam wetwitwa styles no uwom na oze kenten ahye tiri de show this is beautiful say ehwe na smaze ne kwa na oya ginyame o na afe ne dan no ginyame da ma fi oya afrokom de kenka no na ezukom bi ne tire wa ya smaze mo bi hye na yi no asese gbo no de na chi a oya fell dodo into no Miss Universe contestants no oh this is so beautiful now you know also flowers na oya fell too much oya fell dodo into no me na ye don call good job ye pede ye hu more of this ye pede ye hu ze maybe day pageants no other pageants no one adapt one share na one bi because oya homeka dodo muhuni na me imagine there menyo beche na yatene nka de Ghana fu nyina mo fam ni nyina wo favorite teacher oya teacher Kojo was there wasak no GS asak teacher Kojo na teacher la one of your favorite teacher na oya samo you know teacher Kojo no was able to just do ya za letter no ontum umfam to ho because are young professional do obey them now so no za watro wom e letter no mu no na wa bo na paw ozama hen so orichema oya za wasak no what the why misconduct wasak no for misconduct na za oye pocheze yente you know I say oh yes all that you have been hearing is true. To say yet the wasak no in the I received a letter from my district education office on Friday after the standardized exams. In the letter, I was told that I have been sacked. The letter is dated 27th October 2021, but Friday's date was 17th December 2021. sorry for laughing, but it's funny. Also, he's a slow papa. Sunday, letter what show 27th October no second on the 17th natural as no was sacking in advance. No, I say one reason, their reason for sacking me is very funny. I will bring the full details out soon. But please and please again, I have no evidence and I can never say this issue is political. I have not mentioned any political party's name that they did it. Therefore, if you want to make this issue political, you are on your own. Those who are behind me should keep calm because I am very, very okay. Not very, 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 very okay. Hey, I have some more. Internal teacher Kojo Nazos be able to join you now. You could another kasa why your reactions here and there. Think be na ze which video be that so. Instagram page no reach my embassy kapachoman. Na ka no more the kind of master no mama no homa yen share na embrace siara. Teacher Kojo, and that why you added them? Why you added them? Oh, a cat, you know, have a car. Oh, yeah, Benz, eh? Teacher Kojo, not in a benzim, yo. Now, check chips. I was in Nandays, but I saw two as nano, not us, young Capacho, many teacher Kojo. Hey, you know, why may a fight or GES, but I know a teacher Kojo versus GES on Chebby, I'm a friend courts. My friend me KC GS versus Teacher Kojo na Teacher Kojo versus GS or Teacher Kojo no that some ba into no or Teacher Kojo versus GS zo ko do biala onam do mo saka na atena benzim lizizi da yam pacha o mana no ye bohwem na zo wom biara no ye zabro into no ahade ina meze and some no besi meze mami boata ma the fantido President for the Brothers and Sisters Association follow my sister Mami Boatman on Instagram na yantua onkomo twetwe no do CCRZ mizibesi hade oye ukuda nyame yadoma but then someone can no mizebebro
Nuanom ni adofo ahwefo ene obibia memobia feshiapa enen so nyame de adome aka nafua no enan enum an sana chesebronya no a ena yedi no yeda se fiafia hyase de besie ne de bia Adom TV ena wo hwe ye ni sopa emfa ho ne ba bia wo bia otukwan kra wo hwe no wo online ye ni osade na wo ye no pa enti ye ma afihia ne asero se koso a na hwe Adom TV fi se ye wadoye nyame fa afufufro e besim no ncheye na afei ene ma papi so aye wode ma hwefo no so won so nyamo chefa no bi ye bedi nkomo afisem komo twetwembre ena asui na me Badwam ne se nyame Adom a 24th no eye efiada Carols Night no bekoso e wo National Theatre said ya afia bia ya Adom TV ye de ma ono afi we so jebedi ahodo pi e bekoso chorister fo e be program ri ma betonyum drama ekuma wood fo e wo ho ma ye wo mo beyi bia ma wahwe enti unyanya ba bia bekwa kwedi bronya na Adom TV ya dwen oho kura dadada eno nti ebeba ne sanso a enwuma ko bia da roma ena ya omoso asen na yetumi e de abro sa enwuma ko ne mu ba ko ena me ne won eba bedi enkomo promosido womo ena yam vita emo freduane no womo eyeye a me ba bedi ehon komo me ne Emily Tegum ena edi sankomo Emily Mpacha official pa na pomo onyuma ye fo nyina so ho ye promosido de yesi abobo so anhwa na ya nsore no my hair time kra na ya fa but no pay concentration no ewo yam vita say mo freduane aha ebi odwa so no bi baby say na Carols Night ne bronya de empanifo na edie na ada na yam vita
ene unim se sesa na odi kan kan yam vita yon kwala eduane nso unim se nanom no ye na edi kan edi na kwala hu se o ma me bibi audition ni manti nom ne ya ekwa bibi te se one for me one for you be ya ma me
aya na ye na so ati bi edi ampa
nti in fact nkwala na omu no mu didi ba ma me nom eneto yam vita nti yemfa ma me nom diagro we say na mo so de ensaka nkwala no nti na ejumadi
in fact to assume because bronya bikra omo a wo December mu no ya wo fufuo ni akokọ nkwan ma no oba ne tumi nibi nti esa wo dwen ne efie be koso no na wo dwen mofra no so edie na ayi akoye bronya bremu ne bo no matete so na wo ye buy one get one free because so
aye de achede ndie de all year round chesa afini mu nyina de bia auto ne chesa achede nkwanko se duani dre wo mu no
okay
sene wo se ton yen ton sa because e dwen ma me no e dwen ba no cause mpo mu die yare abnyina nso yenim se akwala we odidi a
obenya pomode
ne yare bebre no emba na kwen nti ye de ba occasionally me to me bia na ya ye achede bi okay se otade onya bibi e cha bibi ade sem de atumi kuma kanyama na
ni nyina ka ho mofla kama yi enti uto yan vita te se sa bronya yi mu a yetimi ma bi kura gu ko ene na te se opesi ye hia na ehu se wo ye maame papa pa wo dwen o ma aduane te se yan vita ho so tobi wo nya bi agu ko mo ba na brando mother papa wow yati ase enti SSA you know mu obi wo joint bi obi pe bi a obenya na access be bi a da moton no na ho na ebi wo
you wo distributors be bree ya shops na so dey SSA de obi ajatum komunim se enye kasa kekeba eye juma mankwala na ho de no munyi no me obi aja oba afno total na ni
na wani aje
obi na say you virus ni ntimpo ni ye do ba afno ka no I worry but me no dem ma
de ko ni mu ne hia
nti no ye mia ye ni se cars na de chin areas ni na try say so dani we ni alvin
na wanya biato no obi so wo honom kra bi kra yan vita no wonte ye obi so awate but wo ka nuane nrewom no pese ohun se de ne wom nti a ese me ye batan no ne aduane ese me de ma me ba
ti yan vita no ye se ye de nutrivi egum nutrivi ne 16 vitamins and minerals na ye nim se zinc calcium ani iron bibi ehunya pa kwala ni mojemu omo bones na there sesia yes then yes slogan a delicious way to grow akwala there if you get a good foundation na no nim say we say ye wo akwala ye wo si be dey see so
ye
no ya yin na yin ya jet mu say 6 months dey nufuncio ne ye akwala ni 6 months e ko ne dey ya vita ye perfect
okay nti mo fra na omadi 6 months e ko no wo mo awie sa a proper breastfeeding no wo mo na ye hyase mo ya vita no
na de chrom kaka ya ma ye hare say ye ko mo fufu ni benku na de no ya na ye be how mo yim na ade yim team se ha kwala pa ntino
eno ntikura na ne bo fom no ma ye fo hia ho ma kwala na duane bia sa
ko ya sem se ye ko ne ebenyina ye mba ye busua den no entina ja ye ko bentine o se ye hwedo mu ni fe Ria in collecting yet to send me finitum crowd dada. If you do any baby or between my young man,
the bonnet won't. Colana will not between you, Basano. But Emily, what can't some mamma come at Tommy? I will for buffa so be brain, and yes, so be show by ye. Satinamia the Mokobana on Yakakra, Adriana Paddy. Because all my colana Adriana Pound time to draw. Oh, maybe I collect with Didi or ye be now on you trying to a crowd to meet that crowd. No, I ain't cry your day. In fact, I will phone you auntie Emily and pay because in your car no credit. If it's be no me no nya de kojaso because ko hu awofo bi o mo makura wo me de nti na o mo yesa mo maya hwe enso ko to ya vita obi kura be ka se aduane abrofo aduane a ya yegu adimu de e na emi tumi nto obetumi ato because when tumi anto no na de fufuo me mama makola abosumi numa abosumi nsi abasa ataduro na me boa
na back to equal zero now.
Yeah, that's the pastor or den church we ya bra of ontie bia onyam ye bo amane se ifi abosumi nsia nko na aduane ese obedie ya vita ebi nso kra wanya wo onye ni abosumi nsia tobo asema no eye no funsuo na emo ifi abosumi nsia nko no ya vita wo no ye de masen ni die no
when ende ye nsuo keke na de beka
na de afra
o de fransuo a onye show so what ni ajono na dia fra ntima na enu
ano no wa me oda ne baby na so anya kwan aye wa de wo bra bofra no onyiye ye da mase wa e some de sa mo nema we so abeso ya sen enti Carol's night no be so 24 fe wo National Theatre no Promosido wo mo ye Yan Vita na wo mo ede wo mo so de ede ababeso ya sen no enti ye bo nka ye nso se nyame ya adom a eda fiada no ma ye nhia ewo Carol Jumedi no ase na kwafo ho dwom na Kuma Woodfo emeye senema na 30 Ghana citizens so pe ne be share presla anama no so kabrofo engu so ne fedi bronya no pacho medase Emily nyame nsha oni promasidofo nyina abusia me ne Emily awie na me no wo enkomo foforo enne ye to na no nkomo ne so na ye bisa ye ho se ye mpena twem a ye de kwa aware mu yi anase ya ware enim no ede na ye frank akokọ the red flag esese ye ma ye ni kọ ho na ekuremu wie a sofo miku brumi o registrar mi bejaye o maame ti o papa ware no mi kobi o mi befio na de nyina eto twa pacho mi ba na me sanchia obio na me sansomo official pa bio na me sanche unkran se ebefa emfa ho ene asoroche ne mframa bia ebo bronya ye adui batan bia wasum na no yi me meyo ka komato yem eduru ho a Yehowa nankasa o ma are ho ate ha na momu no ya dwendwe ho sei ye bedi bronya so obi paake o paake akohia ware no wajai ye bedi bronya so obi so plan se ore ma menya na mentena se na bronya ni twamu a na ma pe bebe de me ma na fa ana obekwadwuma beba no na me so mekọ obi so plan no but sap trimupo we nyina no e hyase afi baabi na wani ankọ ho ntia na no ye hyenkomo bi ase e wa ha enene na woche e na asofo di wide donko etu yefo efa frank akọkọ bi meche red flags bi a ompra twem wa warem no aya na esisi sa ne ma ne yiyi ne ti na wani na enkọ ho ntu be hu ano warem awie no na aginsem ene ye to asan komo twetwe no so wadwentre no WhatsApp number ne go screen so am so fafa ho eni ho so am so hwe no Facebook live ho na fato honom na ebrepem na kwanya bemu a making kan e de amount so for DY don compacho me mo ache mo official pa
me jewosu ni aba
etafo ko de ne ma ho ye tafo ma me de o kana m ko ma to me yem atama me 2022 atama me na
baso de
me da se ene aboso mo bi emi ano me ko na me dim de eti ameka sa but na ye hwe na no ye nkomo no ye hwe de fa aso pebro ase ne sika manye aso kasa hoteatia ase wo muade na no twe yadwen si ne ma bia ode behu ansa na agensem enne ye nhwenfa obi wo ho a ahobrasie no woni nyina bi kasade no woni nyina bi akohoma no onimbo pa na so na dwim ne ne komam no one wo nkosa wo nye saa no ne wuko eno no so ye be den hu ana bibisa antisa
dedi kan be chia abusuafo ahwe nyina Osme chiao.
Mejo soda.
Chiam pedunsu.
Ojo soda se.
Mo official pa.
Afin comment ye.
Combination ye kama. All right. So awade de emunsem dos. Na won say awade ye nipa mienu a omaye omadwene say ye be nante abom. Yisu ni ye ban enye de si. Meka ne sentesa. Esan ba bia be free. Esan ba bia wo free. Nanso so ya adwen si betu anamon. Na wasi enya adwen kro.
Okay.
Suban kro. Ne ye kro. Kasa kro.
Okay.
Can two people work together except they agree? Na si efiase ye nante. Na ba akwa adwen chim. Echia. Ekoye bibi fufura. Na kire se ye free ye meka ne se ye free ye purpose. Ye bota ye ntia ye mienu ye de bab. Ye tu anamon na ye free nti. Ye mienu ye tu anamon akokanation. Na wa adwen yo se ene ma me kon not condition de ebeba ne say not condition abem no e de mpapa mu ene kasa kasa
because be fa ba bia not condition kwanda
thank you miss me person be fa condition ene ne de mpapa mu beba ti question na obisa biem ni say obre ne ho ase obuade di sika sem koyi na so adwene ne akoma no enti sa ne say e lokre enti eba sa dia na de awade patampata beba. It's going to bring a lot of confusion between the two of us. Confusion the best start to say, after the idea what can mean to us, the American on Timasi. I am the same to us on Timasi. Now, after the doom pempensoa at the bichu, which me beba, at the bichu, now which me beba, both a baker craft and the Pesamin Kumina. Ayaka.
Okay.
But you Macau. Tiatia, what you know? Yes, sir. but my family ho adwene bi me di ho ya obi onya awe ba me dem ya awe nti afa de sere ame na wo sere eya ni so but akoma ne nka ho nkoma ame na obo eya ni so nti na chese wachi ehọ na ba metumi si dan oyiri
na wonnim
oba si dan ekunu nim sanse me hwe ma adwene mu na ye me se onnomi na odomi so a ma me fa me ho adwene na se adwene ne nya baako enti ye mienu se ka adwene ne ye baako a me si dan a me bo wa mane because if you account be amebo amane be on accounts or your accounts or accounts na so your family accounts ye nyina ye nim de yako na so enya ba se ba ko asiden asi ba ko atoka asi ba ko ato car bibi asi a na kire se adwene no ti ye nam na so akoma adwene no kimo ache
ebeye den na obehu se onipa se de one mesri bi kura ko homa na so nteye e bi kura on said them who sacrifice because dear moye no moye but back wa dream no na dream ko e na dream so untimi wram no wahu said de but aye de ya enema be ne de na se e trigger keto bi kura se etimu se lightning bi pap so em se nsuo nya beto
I like the science na mini aba asem e wo ne se adwene sesa e ka akoma ya mi hu me no na mi me no na ma father foto anamwa na adwen sesa akoma sesa bo se no afede esuni ban esesa Bible say out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks eti bo se obi no wote sekun sayere na adwen sesa wo ho e kan esuni ne ban eti kan no na wonye wo bi a ode asem siu ofi ase de asem siu ti meka ne say secret de tosumienu wofi ase yobi a ase one ne kasa asesa sesa ne say na nkonyi wobi a wotumi di watem sabi se die ono kasa kakra so fa nsem fun so ba jimie so jai nsem no na fio se ni pa adwene jai jimie na na ba ne say na che say adwene ne akoma no sesa towards me ebe kakra disi kasa mon sheda mbie so ti say Kaneno. These are signs that your partner is gradually changing. Something is wrong somewhere. I don't know who I was so china you say cratchy sister. Now say as a usu and no buy sister. Now me can be see a quadro. They know ya deda. Say when you be usi nioma or tonioma or boam you kuran kwala no son kwala ni. If you are prepare if you are yo. You say be man is suban basis o jaye. There are signs you are who first no you pro-light. Ono kasa me patcho dan mo say me yin patcho say me ku say they say ono kasa na bitie uni hwe kan ye na me nkona me dwadwen papa
sign ni bia
of course me dwadwen papa sabe me so me dwadwen papa ni bi ya wo dwadwen pa na ka na maka dwadwen pa ho na aka so dwadwen pa na che say de wo dwi ni hia chen mia me your partner
I see
these are some of the signs
okay wo book ni wo
ni nyina matwono wa
patcho red flag mami
ni nyina matwono wa
o de bia arefienti ba we da won chen a wunya hu lightning no asensuo nya beto na no akobiem chapter himpo o de aya sase fi I am for was a content sase fi content na fe wa wo hwe de ekoso wa abrabom no a udu content wa no hu say ese me call page 4 quickly na akwakenka obehu say there be dear sister ye there be dear brother ye and sakraye bi eba. So these are some of the red flags now.
Yes, sir. And also so red flags in name no. So what there? There are red flags. On worry so there are. And then they say, but what did ye? Na so me hu nioma we e kire say, ma what ye mu ani je be kofom. And they bitimi kura akompempenso a ebegu. To say anytime apology becomes one-sided. That is a chopper. Akoye say oba ne nko na de bi opecho. Bema ne nko na de bi opecho. Asemsi abako ahomaso ne dwe ne na hantan.
Wo se baako de yen.
Na ahomaso ne dwe ne na hantan.
Baako ahomaso ne
dwe ne na hantan. It is like ono no make sorry. Unka gina way. Unka antuna way. Unya hu sa ne o ma de bi a sign. Ya bi machro bi bo say effortless. Not just effortless. Mashada na mato boka ne sa effortless. Not just say be say unse na ne ho wo de a shade ni mu no. They say watching akonachi they say no kane no inshemu akofom kura nioma we nyina yesan ye kire say nioma bi nkoyi say no utimu say ayese the plans are offer the decisions are offer no there be ono mo nkomo bo anu akwaba bo anu aye obebo amane ana achie nti no bo amane
no aje wadwen because onim say adwen ni nyansa bi wo
there be one kasa kuna so wadwen wo fom ti wan di kan kan chero but wo feel no hu se bia bebo akakra and obo these are signs say ma wade de but nioma we ye ekoi man hwe ya ma wade no nije wo mu ba fom na betumi lead to divorce so some of these signs you don't play with it who's a bema discuss you about the secret you also we fear say bisa question say me kunu na nsen ka wo sesan kakra o enye sei na wote ne ba ne say me yere o say o nya bibia e bi kura na nani so ma ne ho so eno so ho na o free say normal it o prompt na e boama na ni ba ne ho so e ka kire no say me sesa me yere hu me ko hu de ne ma me mfa ne oma entutu yi yes
eti wa prompt na twe na adwen esi so no na sa na ye no kura emu shakena no na chese no ye boapayo e kire say
thank you na mabo amane maka kire o matwe watade eye dey na still on the sign as say kura de umiema pick another strategy na je say wani da ho wani butaye awo ene ni ti awo ye nia oyo no
say be ye na nje won sam ansanti e na ye de sa enkomo but me momu de minyaa ka ope red flag maybe red flags say o say yetu
but yetu the words of the wise nyansa kasa ananyansa futu na kire say ubie mu a obeka nyansasam baby obeka bia nyansa etufu dada sitrema brabo futu ewu mu enti aja onya bi na wokan a na kire say hwe ho ye say obi de wani mu ye fomo akwa abefa so obi kan wasema kwa abefa so be nyini wadwene ni nyansam kwa abefa so be your businesses so I know the words of the wise ni mienu enenam
wonya nyansa no na afa niema so a ebeye frank akoko no na wani eda ho ewe no ho na sofo di why don ko ye keka ne say nyina nso bibi nsikwa onipa a one wo sere kama onipa a one wo dwinbom onipa a owa omawo onipa okakasa de kiro onipa a omen wa na wa akra do ho ko na afa ebedu baabi no na afa hu se wo twetwe ne ho effortless no eba no de bibi aya de ne de na etumi so si ema obi tumi ka se oh nipa so masi pa de but say de aya de ne de na esiansa
na me ya atwen adwensi so say marriage belongs to two mature people na kire say awade no adwene ni nyini ye ewo mpempenso bi akoma enyini ye ka akoma ehia papa akoma nyi endum mpempenso bi a menko the reason is that many things happen in marriages and then in relationship. Shadie. Number one, don't be a mind reader. Naturally say, me no what you are wadiem. Oka say, bibi insikwa. Naturally say, me share diamond na. Eye me say, me say, me kunu no, me mprano. Eye me say diamond wasisan. Na so bia na diamond wasisan. Ye na ye me say. Me mpinche na mbusa ne say diamond say. Na say ni o me nyina yo okay. Ebimpa. Na ye dwumemu dada setra sir ono aka senya the personal issues bia oni me nkan ba na be ha no eno na ye affect ya wade ana ye mpratwe na ma men na betena nche dem ka se na se da maso mu ade ma adwe ye me se sa na me hu no aso mu ade na so oni me nka se ye na sa so ria no emunemu na sa so tutufon me so betufon sa ya be call sa
okay
yina what we say
wadwen
what you say sa na ye nti dia wo say wo ye ne say as a matured husband as a matured wife pinchen wo yere ben no busa me yere mi kunu na say asa wo sesan na say asa wo nsere na say sabio eye me say na wo mu oh Debbie na say me nya sabi me message no na mayase ana sabi minufu mu na say me share down feel fine I am say me ho adane na say ni o man koyi ni wo pinchen wo hye ni nkuran but wo gire nchen na reading in mind say nyame na ye wo sesa na tia wan hwa na be ma wusu asesa e wo amra wo no ni su entisa so what you do in marriage is that when you see something change get close to your partner, ask questions. That is marriage. And we are two mature people. One to me and a question. Now when they say them who sanity who ye did them. Okay. What dream and who ye did them. And they say what for and yes sanity. It's what for one dream say Mr. Meko say. We say na mumu eya be say awade. Eti bibi sikwa and they say them who ye no so how did I approach it? kwaya me fa so sabe ya wo ko so atobo men ko pesa me no kasa kakra slase ni ankasa oni bibi be 1 week ni da bia no wamuna be kasa no ama me fon me twe wa adwese so me so me ma wo fon a na wati asese sa na ye ko no fia oh there be then say marriage belongs to two mature people enti me frɛ wa oba ye Mr. Dam what say bibia boko na say o kasa nya me fife ene we bia na ntisa but send it so please say bibi na ekoso a na how let me know let's talk about it na because our dear mukra no e wo wa acha 2-3 months woni ukunu mun pie nkotra baby mun tukwan mun fifi say ye fie kura so a mun pen kola ne grandparents baako embe chin kola ne hye dem no hwe ya mun tukwan na mun bisa mo question say ya wade ete sen
kosen
ku ya adwa na say woni o ma say 2 years ni no me okay so we okay but pensions mo woro we okay but me senior ma mo am we okay but we jankola na gum so chale and be ni asesem ni yeko so ye ne ye honkoma wanhwa ya wade ye beti isa say e bi kra na me de mani bui ma adwen bui makoma bui na so ntisa
o ye yira na we ye ku a anopa ye di nkobo se o ye mpana so a se o ye empana be ma se o ye empana ba anopa ye di nkobo enti e bi kra na o ye mpana na se wutie ye pa anopa ye o because when you free consultation counseling bi a yankojo sika bia yankoma number bia godi line bia so ogini free na chese uremu a na wohu homework ya ewo ho a uremu a obeye se wo mo so dada enkechi se why samfom so no so dada me gidi se wutie sofo di why don koi na wudina yesu a woda yesu so no why correction nti yesi afufufuro mu no na de wode wadwen ne susu ye a entesa ebi so ho a na etesa de won so ya approach you a aya won so bo apayo nti wo so wo fi no na was sana che say wan call registrar general honum na mi bijai bia mo kro mabre asofo no so mabre pa
ye nyina ye bre
mabre pa na asofo e na mi kunu e na asofo e na meyere e na asofo masena e na nso hu homework ne ya wasen asam nko
o se awade mu no nsem bi o ho a ki etumi di hu nkomo ye bo hu nkomo but ma fa me ho adwene e pegya wo firi ba bia wo gina e de wo ko ba bia na wo nso da ye so bedu
wani be ba ho so no
na egu
na wo se sifo
woni megu ase ma fa me ho adwene da bi en fa ye ho adwene wa awade ye bo ye ho nkomo awade ye communication ti na maka se wo yere ukunu nya wadanfo se sabe umpana onya wadanfo on the tadi nkomo a wepra the reason is that marriage or relationship should be based on friendship the more than odokeke ye na wofo ye bo nkomo ye sere ye di ye ho nkomo e ba sa eboa wo di bibi koso na mani ngi ho a e mama kwanya ama bitumi
ke wetumi aka okay enti ebia afei na waso o TV no a Adom TV afisem komo twetwe e na o hwe me hyase no medika ka se obi twiri mo po ne se o wo de ma menye din na bronya ne ntwam me wo beba na me kokora o ma menye din na bronya ne ntwam bronya ne twam a me de nkola ne bekọ akoja o wo de ma menye din na mfa mani hwe no na bronya ne ntwam o bejai ebia na yesa ne manketenkete we eti de ehia kese ne se de wadwen e kire wo no aya ben ho ne bisem e wo kasapa so eno na wo kire yi
ne ahombrasiem ene obu so
enkoye me na me ma ofie nkotete obi a ofie ho hebra hatna se wo na se unware ntem no wo na se wo so de untwitwi nchensi
be ma bi ko so anka asem de betumi aka but odi muna ne kasa
okay
obetumi amuna
eno na be che so ye be ma ofie
so boss in the house odi muna nti we muna the whole day we muna 2 days 3 days sister Busa na sema no 2 chiki answer you solve the problem no the muna no does not even solve the problem every problem in the house we need to talk about it yes
enti ye boa na se problem bi e wo fie ho no mo a wanam sa akwanya iso na afutu semiso na wa yesa homework no but me mo de me san so recommend am because TV yes also aha na yepon ade ka na ha bia mframande ko ajeso ko online bi so na data na failu ntinka wonya red flags bia na wonya ayi the worst of the wise so obi o ha wobu ne ho nyansafo but to be honest man to sabi kra me tumi ka wagimi o but o man ne ho kwan se obehu se sabi wagimi no wasua nyansa nti eno sa no kra no ni makenkan ebeboa aya na bibi kuma bi we wani bre a 30 minutes obekan awie but obenya bibi efim na de bi e hye wo ho na yen kan so ho se the aya can feel no, your man show. Inti ye kika ne say no, the ayere ne ekunu mo ye no, your man so omo di nyon.
Wọ́n sẹ́ mbọ̀ fresh yẹn adìẹ efiri ẹja ẹni ọ̀nà hɔ ẹwọ ẹnisuo ẹnyẹ adwene kẹkẹ.
Okay, ẹwọ ẹnisuo.
Ẹnisuo ẹnyẹ adwene. Sẹ́sẹ́ adwene no enum pẹmpẹnso a wọ́dwene bọ̀ne ne papa.
Okay.
Ehu the difference between wrong and evil saa. Nti deɛ ɔyɛ ne sɛ ɔno n'ani ɛyɛ n'aso, n'ani ɛyɛ n'adwene, ɛna n'ani ɛyɛ n'ano. Ti deɛ ohu sɛ ɛgya ɛne ɛna yɛ no, ɛno na ofiri sɛ ɛyɛ adeɛ ɛkɔ so a ɛyɛ ade pa. So children most often learn from observations.
Okay.
They won't move. I don't know what it. You won't say a Johnny na enyantokwa. Now befriend 3 years, 5 years cry. Boss or theater. Mommy stop. Daddy stop. Daddy no, don't beat mommy. No, stop. When you the crow and you're not soon they say.
Okay.
The alcohol when you the crow, but then each other say and you say na ya wo me a mean you who say man that. You're not the other see. And you will show and this so now you'll be shocked at the age of 3 to 5 years. Obey me and the 10. 12 na sa picture no egusi wɔ n'ani so deɛ na ewura na adwene nti wo hu da sɛ ntɔkwa ɛkɔ and so if you want to build a quality child or you want to have good family make sure that whatever you do you don't leave any picture in the eyes of the children because their sight will remain forever.
Okay, Facebook for no so ewa ha eti yeda sesamo so mo hwe no ha but wo share na said e wo ka se enkomo we e de ekoso wo fie no na ebia oni mo bi nso a no so ekoso ne fie na no so wa sha ase e de aye ne homework ye botai ne se afi na ye ba be rem no ye complaints e wo ya ware mu no eso ebete eno nti na che se ne ma bi etete se no na ya twenwa adwen si so na watumi aye homework na complaints no edos ade bi o ase de so for kan no anka ye share ya anka ne kan no kra anka nye biasa ne mo mafa me ho adwen no ene de sa ba nti ya fa ye ho adwen na akoye frank akokọ ewo ye mpratwe ene ya ware mu so for fa bibi tu ye fuja ye kwan ne yempon
futu abetu ni se biribi nkoyi ewa wade anim ana mpratwe anim na won ton ho ase a eya bonkobo eya busa question men tra on susu say enye wa adwene say men tra on susu say enye wa adwene say de mi hu ye de me dwene ye no saa na ti da bi o ye saa na o ya amamane akosoro timisero say emprancha abadie mu enya ntobase ye ndi ye honkomo ye mo honkomo na ni nyina mu no say ye nya akoma eboa ma utumi ti yi ehu yi ekasa yi edas
why nyame sha why
amen
de owa sopa no me gidi se wate enti yawie oman hene kwabna sante a mafe no na wode ayi beware of wild dogs abone fie because bronye yamafo beba ne fie enti mpacho de pense mu no to house mpacho yedase so watie yenkomo chichi na afi uye homework na complaints no watu achine baby nemum wahwe wasede so aye na asumdwe abefi mpacho yemfra wonfa
pacho frame me fa 0244 515544 0244 515544 utimi send WhatsApp utimi so efre social media a DY Donko DONKOH enye RH enti ho nyina wokọ na upresi order for the book abia will be on sabeka 60 Ghana.
Sure.
60 Ghana for the two. Thank you.
Fakasade esu enyansa na wasetenam obi ante wonka medase mapon medinde ma metra diamond from lady D. Hey sister Sandy Mpacho official pa the guy screen official pa why bye bye.
Well, yasa be da mu na wase ya twan komo no so an ma menka o say braso say de pensem mu ejumedie no yade ebro aha ebedwam on Adom TV multi TV so free cyber prim say non kono bom bibia dan kai ne say enyina is our responsibility to ensure say Ghana be kwa kudu eye ne pempen so a they say etim kudu. We appreciate your time. We appreciate whatever you've done what contributed to the growth of this program. Ben fact say to common so I make us say nimnyam for Dr. Kingsley Nyako oko Kumasi a baby a me ma for to aba no ho ana odina sa bia ho no e de ma adehia wono me kire kwada so nti first time I miss me doctor share wa and no ba me ko bia o ya de bra open to me no ko bi fie bia mu si mo ya de o every house baby a me fie shepa ora mo be queen otimi ko wura me fie o
yes the new break
the new braba afishapa bibi ai kama de good
na so for them advisor
oh sir Mr. Dako
Mr. Dako so promise some rough
yes pa yera ohini bekwen so he needs no introduction ene na di dwumai e ba multimedia busua ko no dia oka ho prekope oye kane machibidwani apa westachim
but no some no deal so I'm no text messages
yes yeah before say e ko say now the good minds ana hakra so yeah that's dog yes but now appear that yes dear pa anyway era bequeen akwaba
yeah me never
chapa bo ho de mbo chance Philip bro ya no more dan ye won kan mo na sama chance bobo mpate bi e ma wada na ye no who's ampa e bo call bi ni na bo
we can come because share mountains crazy go fie
oh I see
wo crap me bro so wanna me fie
yes
afa she because so na fe
okay
o ka say o man fie
yes now can
I said pa ko ye
yeah
but na o kan no ene ni ho oh na sa ho kire wo ba bia nipa no nya ni obedi to ko bopata oh na o be ke
what is that say bro apata mo de
nipa ni train ni ane ban ni be fin kan aba no ni fin kan aba isu no antimi ba
tamena
because o kire won kan
mo ja apata no mo esi akoko de we de be su
nti an kire won kan esi na bi ko akurase
aho kire ni say won e create aho kire no
I'm so back on myself.
No, I think it's general and commerce CD. One they create ahotre no.
Ahotre wo kan ahotre ya.
Ya sitire mu, ya brabo mu, ya disua mu, ya pomudi hu, Ghana adwuma mu. Ya one
na kwa.
Yeah.
Yeah fam de ne kakra ejina aban ni oman buo. Oman no de we ye bu no no. Ni oman no eko no. Eno sunsuanso na bani paso. Let's not two ways about it.
Two critical points.
Yeah.
The airport and the harbor. From time immemorial, we've had difficulties over these two areas. Just 2-3 days and another year. The airport. You assign people to work in the interest of Ghana. Contrary to the interest of Ghana. And you want Ghana for who be a one bano ego through. Who do you blame?
Who should I'll blame the authorities, and because the authorities is under the governance of the country, I'll blame the president and the government, because aviation authority never hono. Sabi, enye John Dramani Mahama, any new Aberima or Hinebekuina, Efeso. You understand what I mean? On my penny and where you minister, and as our authority ni see you nukrana odi unti won aye adwuma wo nyina. It's an agency of government.
So a
ebesi abanso. So whom do you blame? Do you want to come and blame me or blame the ordinary Ghanaian party?
Ye play role bia. Yeah. Yesu ni abani play role.
That is why we appoint you as a leader. Because enipa ye hwe won so no, isu na hodo bebre den ewu. Intese utumi nya leadership a, ebetumi manage sa esu ni ban no. Ama its impact on the customers no etumi ayden akofom. But when you have leadership, and I will penny a fesua, one cousin when you are the who ever from, and now will management star no crying your papa. They can even manage the people, the followers needing which here, the various nipa I point to on what the various sectors say.
So I don't know the ability to
me, I don't blame you in Sunia, Kakrebi. In Sunu, and you see a problem, make us a problem.
Yeah.
But that is why we have management. That is why we have leadership. That is why we have ministers. And that is why we have a government headed by a president.
Enforcement issue. Because, for instance, if you go to a place like the airport, people don't answer no smack.
Enforcement issue. Who enforces? Is it not authorities? The authorities, they are under whose supervision? Is it not the management, senior management? Don't we have a board over there? Don't we have a minister in charge?
The NTM Pessi can say, we've contributed to where we are, but still, Upejam final responsibility being the government of the day and the president in this matter. This scenario is there. MPP. Ghana Mampenya Bekasa say, Nipa Munshe Muno. You're careful because of any Omicron that has a drama. But if you watch Adom TV and live program, clearly there were no observations. Reasonably, there were no observations of this protocol. Oko Achima, the former president of the land, John Dramani Mahama, Nipa so called Bojin so bam. Ewo. Oba stadium. Yeah, concert be on musical concert. A buffer to say tam. How do we solve these problems?
To be blamed, sir. I'm sure, baby.
Because we need to find out.
IGP Obaye, Mimi Shianada. Nanso, near all ye kakrenti. And then we a penny crana ukra theater. Who fancy an hour? Usru. Because more clips he be Bashana minister from MPs. MPs are all watching. Current members are watching. Anything there. So we found 1 hour a day. Usru. It's enforcement. Who enforced it? Is the police service headed by the IGP. Washane mba, washe. Inti say ye o mampenia we ye na djuma na o babiu. John Dramani Mahama na nipa go shiano. O babiu. O babiu. On the babiu pa. There's no twist about it. Last year also ye ni na ebinim asoro bi ko shia wo trade fair. Ye won ah na ye say one observe protocols. Then you see
the enforcement is a problem.
But you have yankasa no enforcement because yeah.
Mesume ye. I know about women.
See, who pray president Nankasa call program or Venice, Bema, or Venice, former general secretary, 1 year.
Sir John,
you could see you who minister at a program, you who MP at a program, you who DC at a program, you who the ordinary citizen at don't know quite yet mention. Mbappe Freeman. 20th of October 2019. Yabaya Yenuna offense and COVID by in February. We couldn't do it. Need to share that after elections near CBA. Yes, in February, you pay. And our friends saying COVID sambaye. That time, no, people were doing their funerals. But we decided to do a private family burial. You see, Yankasa, ye can be. But a dube biswa, meaning enforcement in this country has been a problem.
Doc.
Yeah.
What's the shame around Mamunisu?
Mammy chair a chauffeur, Quadaso 42. Now, I say, first day, Maba in studio. Now, I mean, I'm not saying, I was say you're very careful. Only I say, you're too and foot to a good penny, as I say, okay, to me. Always always issue about, say, Blonya Pata, you're more because of how much today. Meanwhile, you in this country, you see a time we know. Ejana say call for it will be over 20 years. And kind of correct. I'm talking about the late 70s no. Yeah. But I'm not going to I'm telling you, me child even child there was 18 those times. I might say East District from 1995 to 1997. Child there no, it was not done. So why do you sit here and blame it on Ahochre? I mean, we have to be fair to Ghanaians. So things are changing. And I think, say, Abia, some of these cultural practices and traditions, no, maybe we can revisit them. You revisit it, then share the relevance, na promote. What can I say? Those times, no, is it Christmas or Easter? Na friends American so kwasiada ye abenkwan ni nyina enkofo
no aba from
do you blame this on
I palm Sunday name no but kono obi nom live soup
so for me no I mean opetumi a kanokre don remember sana embetum emfotongu ni pa also talk about issue about harbor port and harbor always issue no. It's a kind of crime. You didn't give specifics.
It's a something like how about
but what am I specifics about? No. So then, idea what kind of my specifics. Then you started talking. So there's a mindset be our old better. But I mean, you can say Professor Mills time.
Otuka called.
That's it.
It was a rotten place.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Why did you go there? Because we said you were perennial issue there. So issue also
it has not changed you. What has of mine?
Because you cast corruption and all that. That is why Abahu said because it's a company something no. Yemfa intervention Emra Porto paperless intervention at least it's a step in the right direction. And that idea no say a bit to me am I will do so corruption. Et no mean Sabia issue on ma we should find out say they not say you be solve issue no. You don't come and you don't give any solution then you are talking about it. For me, I think say it's not fair.
The blame is squarely at your doorstep because no feel say oh pre abai me no abai na appoint ni person mo hwesa de no say ni person appoint you no one appoint you mo the ba na be sin na do dan kwagu for
and I may say a basic leadership no so but I can tell you say as compared to the previous administration no at least you buy no to keep corruption no we be about say paperless intervention now. It is helping us in terms of revenue generation. Doing away with human involvement in the process. Then at least we have done something about it. You did nothing about it. Most went there to complain. No solution. Even not tell you. So you want to complain. But at least no, we are be a farm. That is a plus. On be na come be 1, 2, and there's a 3 or 4 and can solve issue no. So government is about the people. Abraham Lincoln dictated no. Government of the people, by the people, and for the people. You said there. I buy in there, no so there. Said nipa no so no wa ma o man do anywhere. As a worker and as an employee. That's say oh yeah there be abaninya. Be on maninya. You are also part of the problem. Meanwhile, in this world, nobody can convince me say nipa yenya na yadwen papa. That's why we have laws. So we no man now say obedi bone. That is why I say abansa so man na there. But yenya yadwen say ye do your mind. You bear the right thing. It for me no, it's not possible. No, if my baby na ka say be ya omahene omahene me the atumpon akonanim. Now issue about COVID-19 issues and na me Heroes Park. I can tell you, say, most people now almost share those. I was there, mine was on, but now almost share. But it's possible, say, but now 1 or 2 people be on the man. Maybe I'm not a channel, maybe a shunti. Now I'm trying to what chamber form. So me at times onama. So onama ut me yede. Put me a shop to me bana. Especially when say the biawanam no.
But it's worrying because this is our president. Me kakwa for the good of all of us. Yeah. There's our president who has come, read out the message that the leadership by example. That is where a chokumono. Because where we are now, a means I will devise it to hold your conference, which will be less. Public a year, but more device means. For example, entry point Baumieba. Baumie room, honorable Bakum, a whole rally, and nobody was on.
No. Don't make that
90% of the people.
Don't make that
nobody is too much. Nobody's too much. A reasonable percentage of the people.
But one thing, say.
No, me person be we cry. Me say, you say. Sometimes the system is difficult for us to also operate with them.
But the point I'm making is say, program and create my enclosed environment, by an open environment.
You could have restricted by doing a lot of the technology.
I agree.
Likewise,
I agree with you.
No, because His Excellency the former president, watch him. Come and see the crowd. Come and see the crowd. Virtually,
that's what I'm going to say. So and can it my virtual means a new option. Bit my enclosed environment, a new option. And with my open environment,
highly restricted invitation.
But open environment. Wait for me, no. But I can tell you, say, most of the people I saw there, and I mean,
especially the MPs and the CEOs and all those, especially all of them. Recognizable people in
the executive but Ubenya 1 or 2 people be Armenia, Ebia now I think say most of them will wait. So for me, no, a Juma, I was say, a Juma, I was saying, you know, you won't say COVID, no, and Koye, Omicron, especially faster. And was say, your boy home mind. Said the bear, you bet me a young quack, I say, na could do a mamona, Obuna, a boyano, you know, benefit him.
Okay, so Dr. Kisley Nyako, Nipa do not person, Nipa Dr. Kisley Nyako, Dr. Kisley Nyako, na o amanone okusuku dodo na so amanone oba no call the baby akwa here
that constitute Legon West of Ghana
baby I do call first
that constitute
baby na universities no
National Accreditation Board
yes of course National Accreditation Board bia onom and okodi djuma and ni ono aso be so hwe na ho de ni do ani man wo ma no kojina kwada so anu abeginem as emra she bedwe it dey jibre Nakobo Google Dr. Kisley.
But I'm chatting in West of Ghana.
Because
Jibre, yes.
Yeah, Jibre Nako Google Navi. Na he nipa oye but original oye machine be nima adishia won wo kwada so mpeso aso. Well, Jentia pese di san komo we ni e won se E11 ni e hye won pese to ebo asakaka. Na do so ka asem na e ho se be hwemu yi pa se emre ni boy dey benya the fault na o de o be kuma ka dey your fault dey one fault edi me say me person ka yesu no so yetete ne kakra wo yesu no ya ha adwen o
oman
yesu no ma oman chichire na ye den
oman I am very sorry hear me one say Dr. Nyako
yeah
hotia na oka ne ka say wono I see there are rules there are laws now, on acknowledge the role of enforcement in it. Am I also here? Now you can workers at the port. Non per se, obejiatu no down. Trying to refute the role leadership plays in some of these things. I'm very sorry. It's unfortunate. So there's a role. Not a person of Brazil. But I want to tell him, say, you're the Jawa,
you're the Swab.
All these agencies of the country, it being the port, it being wherever you talk about, he found the Caribbean and nothing a Ghana for two about the moment penny.
The sanity must prevail. If there are enforcement,
okay, so can it do be no man penny be to an amount. Of course, they come and they will blame the government and blame the president. What are the managements they're doing? There will be lapses as human beings. You have behavioral problems, such as a yensu, no so your problem. But CSC, yensu no overriding the principles of the organization, of which the managers, the directors are accountable to the minister, and the minister accountable to the president. Then I'm sorry to him.
Okay.
And I'll still reinforce, say, see, my yesu overriding, they say, ye wo memua, and command ye day, and kuyi. Mama example, no be by a what me a day, eh, obi a bo, oh, dampare, credit goes to dampare. One your day. Same, what is going on? Because who the airport live see now the party boys could go out. They don't know.
Oh, the pray for the
almost say
party boys. Party boys.
What do you think go? Party boys and I make a travel. What well?
What must start this accusations? The foundation is weak.
Only you na hopes in war. But you want my point about what is here.
Party boys.
That's the problem that you get when you put party boys.
The problem we have had as a country, solve problem nationally. The problem we have had as a country is a party be a bar. It is a known fact.
In America,
also no for hopes. AMPP national. It was Uzubama fish out NDC. Now,
I'm telling
the problem is still not solved as a country.
Thank you very much. So unless you know the cause of the root of the problem, you can't solve it. Okay? If you don't know the root of the problem, or see me first solutions, I'm first let me defining the root of the problem, so that we find antidote in solving that problem.
So we should pick professionals to man our airport.
The professionals will be accountable to their managers. The managers will be accountable to their minister, and the minister accountable to the president.
Does it mean that if you're a party person and you're a professional there, what by was really quite
oh, my problem assignment.
Okay.
You make a crowd the various sectors are party ways in the national one of my fitting to the rules.
Okay.
Misfits and one go.
Oh God. Oh.
Oh yes, in terms of the role. If I use the word misfit,
you have to change your words. You don't do that. You don't do that.
Doctor. I can use because say what the offense saying square pegs,
caution round rules.
Is it not misfit?
If you're in perimeter performer, baby, better than what he is.
Fantastic, Minyabema. You see, would you be a professional area? Only one in the area. Not the control. Is he not he or she not a misfit?
And found in the background.
And I went there, the man. Or may use to tree. Who's over tree in the head? Or she shall not consider be a on fata. That's the Obia into your bar. You will be a Bianca, you put it in your Sabia. And yes, Sabia. Fantastic, Minia. And you know, he shouldn't try to exonerate leadership in such matters. I said leadership.
Is that what he did?
That's what he was trying on Chelsea. Makwaka said, that's what he did.
Okay.
Until he acknowledges, say, as leaders, no, we have a role to play. Whoever works under us, the ultimate responsibility at that theory, it lies on that leader.
Okay, all right. So
inside you'll be able to control the inclination of the session like Bate. Not towards no bomb from an no assault on the but because a wasudi. Eda usuntino anything you wako tran say we should say near cost no be dey ebe ne eye.
Okay, so doc, just one or two of you picking up issues.
Meanwhile, also very careful because and some our can nipa 80 nipa show. You can say a man of medicine, a man of politics. Amamu nipa omo adwen ba kon omo pay to me to the ballot boss. No more implement omo programs and policies. Me wanna that's it. So politicians ena ebumai. Intino under omo time no nipa bia omo appoint omo me amaka smadan for ablakwa no nya adwuma da. But obey deputy minister for information. Or some obey deputy minister in charge of tertiary. At that time no na only any knowledge any idea in education.
You're a misfit, Anna.
Per his definition.
Is it a misfit?
Per his definition. No. Per your definition. Now what do you mean? Now what do you mean? That's what.
He could have done better somewhere.
He wasn't, but not he came to education and he performed.
No, also
so I'm going to say you shouldn't go there. I can give you litany of examples. A man for them need even a single qualification can give you. Now for your money now, they were giving a proposition. Are you saying say per your definition no, they were messed with? And you also know, say
it's your definition.
There are some positions.
Not my definition.
There are some positions. There's they are professionals. So you don't go there. Assemble, we need to look at the nationalistic approach. No, never. The party boys. I mean, I'm a party for mostly. By your instances, professionals. They are there. You know some of them. So, NDC, I'm a party for. They are party people. So, people are watching you. They are listening to you.
More for professionals. More for party boys.
Yeah. Okay, so, say, you did the Jawa near their soil. I agree. And I gave him example, said, Oko Temahaba, I'll get that you company, you introduce the
paperless system.
Then I'm here, but we are implementing the policies. That's it. The difference between MPP and NDC, no, I don't know, it manifests in terms of governance. There are no issues at the port. Meet me and Kasa. Me, I'm a nationalist, I'm a patriot. I was say we must do it. Maybe time I can say NDC for airport a party for wrong. I cannot say that because every political party from Nkrumah, that is what it is done. But in some areas, there are some professionals who work. People are listening to. It means I say, or man maybe I do know. Fast solutions, Emra. Okay. And not do assembly. I say, NDC for. What do you compare here? When you're in opposition, now you provide policy alternatives. You can say
even with budget,
you can say you free senior high school. you be 1D, 1F. We said all these things. Now go to say, NDC for 5 years in opposition, Muntimi Maya a single policy alternative. They be and any that's the mentality.
But they presented the alternative in their manifesto for you. Or you've not read their manifesto?
Every day.
Oman can't just say, one now edit them or move university scene. Omobeshena, Omotima Momoroma, Omusika, Omesha Wasamaka. A lot of things. Ombeshena must a technical and vocational education. Now, TVET, I can want to under this administration, they are providing about $1 billion. They shame. TVET in Kwa. TVET, why not for Freda Samoa? Koshe Duma Waya with TVET. Koshe, TVET, economy under this administration. And I see TVET was dead. Now our education committee on country, TVET was dead. Me am more enemy. Now a technical university, on beso Omiyusu Tema Technical Institute, so on beso Omiyusu as a campus. I went there. Minya, I cried because Tema Technical Institute, everything was gone to the dogs. So the alternative cannot be NDC.
Of course.
The alternative
cannot be them.
Cannot.
Because
it shouldn't be them or cannot be them.
Cannot be them. Because me say me call them no. That's why I share 2022 budget. That's why I share 2022 budget man. You see, yeah, we are going to revamp all TV institutions in this country.
I understand now it's a service.
Your TV service. Yes, now. That is a government. We understand education and we think education. That is why our policies are spot on. Me see, when it comes to TV.
My policies when they spot on.
Oh, Minya. Fees in high school is spot on.
One district, one factory.
It's spot on.
One village, one dam.
Now saying so, maybe sir, Minister for trade and industry.
One village, one warehouse. One A.
Maybe sir no question.
One A.
Minya T. Maybe say ombe chimun chayen. 1D, 1F no. Sena ya establish na 40%. Answer question I think on Wednesday. I say so far now about 106 now in operation. After over 150,000, equity over 150,000 jobs, both direct and indirect. Meanwhile, a progress under NDC. And come on, your factory a funny pabe tempo at least and can make it progress. In addition to the no. NDC has no clue when it comes to managing this country. Meaning, between Omone no, the difference and the gap is clear.
Okay, so Mami, for inform quickly.
It's clear.
Pick one.
You come to destroy, we come to build.
This is a Ministry of Trade and Industry press release. Account for missing 207 million Ghana cedi under 1D, 1F initiative. And the ministry writes, our attention has been drawn to a statement by a ranking member of the Select Committee on Trade, Industry and Tourism of Parliament of Ghana, Honorable Emmanuel Amakofi-Boa, MP, on Friday, 17 December 2021, that the Ministry of Trade and Industry could not fully account for the total amount of 269 million Ghana cedi allocated for interest subsidy payment for loan facilities under the One District, One Factory initiative. The ministry wishes to state categorically that the said statement attributed to the ranking member is not only misleading, but totally inaccurate. The ministry, upon request by the honorable ranking member, submitted full information on the application of the full amount, 269 million Ghana cedi, allocated for interest subsidy payments for loan facilities granted by the selected participating financial institutions to de-risk loans advanced to 1D, 1F companies. For the avoidance of doubt, the following have received a total of 269,689,383.76 as the interest subsidies in support of 1D, 1F companies between 2017 and 2021. So, participating institution, GCB, Ecobank, SGSSB, Phoenix, UMB, ADB, Prudential Bank, Obia Assigned Sikash, CBG, Cal Bank, Standard Chartered Bank, ABSA, Exim, and the total is 269,689,383.76. It is important to note that this PFI is based on loan agreements signed between them and 1D, 1F companies. Apply the interest subsidies allocated to them to cover part of the interest payment for the loans granted to 1D, 1F companies. When interest payments are due, Neither the minister nor any representative of the ministry is responsible for disbursing interest subsidies directly to 1D, 1F companies. And it goes on and is signed Patrick Yaonimo, Chief Director for the Ministry of Trade, by NDC for also so some of more allegations not now become wild, Papa. So wild. Wild, no. Not wild, not bad, just political mischief, and, propaganda. Now, both parties, Mudia Rulu Ghana, up to this point. There's too much mischief and propaganda when it comes to these two political parties, especially in the opposition. And that's dangerous. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. We're not here now, them can't be wanted.
Yeah, okay, Meti.
I'm not doing the way. I don't know where Mosa, I'm not Ghana Bressa. Why?
I've not followed the request that came to Parliament. I just heard you reading.
Yeah.
And I'm not just taking it on face value. Now, I will not talk on it because a question have been asked.
But for now, don't doubt the credibility of the ministry.
Credibility.
Don't doubt the integrity. Don't doubt the integrity.
Me no ntia. Na Greek minister beka chen say eduane abu.
Na so okwa hafo abodi abu.
Hafo.
Okwa hafo abodi abu. Okwa hafo abodi abu. Okwa drone na drone 16 cities.
Hafo brother.
Yes. Okwa goso. Okwa of Kenya. Me party na
brother bank ni FIFA.
Every goso, every doma, every hafo.
Me da say. Nti say bu hafo a. Nisin sanso na eba hefa.
That's a any sanso.
Oh yes.
Na tell me quadro ba koto. Quadro ba koto tomatoes box. Me quadro ba koto tomatoes box. 250. Ubedu nkran.
Omahiri.
Sa 250 cities no.
Omahiri.
Unya the 250 cities. You are getting it 600 Ghana.
That's the man I will can. And on the chair say.
Yeah.
Ni awuka no. And doing say na awuka. When you go to the point of production, there's always the tendency say ubenya ni cheap. Say a cheaper a sunny a bar the new grind. You could try doba go those who are talking about doba. Yeah, can't cry as someone who's a drop. Oh, the doba. And can you have body?
Hey, body.
Oh, me a bema. Obi when you featured on the body, I just my own can make yeah, near the last year. I said because of all this organizing when they know because of planting for food and job.
Oh my goodness.
Body buame I export to. Plan for food and job, I'm 1 year.
There be 1 year, Juma.
If you are there and then my basai. And then, my chow and chakra with you, King Camo. And then, fertilizer, me, no be, me mancasa. Fertilizer, see a ton 85 or so, no. Me ma to be 250. Upa met so yamatono. And yes, I oh, quid the ending. Near Koso. Wakasa na do I say it and na yetimu me pesa uba na do wona answer na make na
President Akufo-Addo has admitted that although Ghanaians are going through difficult times, he is not to blame. While admitting that the current economic terrain is a trying one for citizens, he has also absolved himself of any responsibility in that regard. There's a quotation here. I admit that Ghanaians are going through difficult times. Some people are trying to say that it is my fault. But you know, that is not the case. Yet, they will continue to say it. He explained on Saturday, December 19. A section of the populace has complained about hikes in price of essential commodities, inadequate access to some social amenities, and an increasing standard of living, which is taking a toll on their lives. Over the past year, government has blamed the economic challenges on the COVID-19 pandemic. That one, you can't rule it out. It's a key factor. But there are other issues too, which rocked many countries worldwide. The opposition National Democratic Congress has insisted that this is not the case, as the NPP administration is only using that as a distraction from an abysmal management regime. Isaac Adongo, a leading member of the party, has stated that the COVID-19 pandemic helped the Akufo-Addo government more than it affected Ghanaians. Hey, now, I said what kind?
Yeah, okay.
COVID-19 mumbe bua Akufo-Addo. Abai.
Can you imagine? Ranking member of finance.
Oh, no, so no one no.
Why nega? Why neko? Menameko.
Na no kasasi.
My father, don't just
go.
Now, person you work agra. Abai we.
The COVID-19
sika wanya because of COVID-19 and was spending what me bu nkonta
na mo na mo kofa mo nko amosem free
minua
and tell me say baby ahinta na
we hu nkonta.
So your reps in parliament, what are they doing?
Oh, thank you very much. What will you go in contact? Maybe so, what will you contact? And I want him to 1 billion back of your bank.
Bakasa chairman, Bakasa be a chairman, ya na what taking note.
Bakasa chair.
I say Bakasa be.
Doctor say Bakasa. Doctor
me Bakasa twice. This of
your problem. Me need problem.
Say doctor, una all kind of problems. You no am wadru. The owner say Okasa.
Let's take the whole statement na Dubai.
You cannot blame the president. Also you can't blame me. You know the pandemic is key.
Nanado nkuto ni omampani aba Ghana ha ni wiase nyina. Ahokyere aba ne manmu. Na nipa ntumi nto. Nipa ntumi ntua. Akatua nso nipa. Wama adwumayefo 4% or si afi oma 7% increase. Aban ye nam nabreso. Hwe ne odi foreign exchange akwakodu. Aban ye nam nabreso. Ene petrol ni hwe ne airco. Abaya nam nabreso na ahokyere eku koto gbegu anyaso ne ku ne ma no se media mi ni mo hwe yengo bi se wan abaya onu kuto ni abaya waba John Dramani Mahama doctor onko check it ne term of office nyina no John Mahama you can loans any internal proceeds that is revenue from tax and on oil is just around 200 billion nanado loans nkuto bosia and now come in mama no beto abontin what close to 240 billion sorry tax and non-tax revenue uni nyaka bomu a aban we nkuto in 5 years aji about 450 billion on ten hospital ba ko dey see
or 12 hospitals this is
no in what was
or 12 shun
no in what was
change me free
you know that now yes me dey see me ni mu na onim chame ba ko.
Is that the state you left? No. Is that the state you left? No, is that the state you left after you Sevilla?
Me say.
Sevilla.
Oh, Canado. Oh, yeah, my refer to the Nado. So just say, I buy we no opposition. That's me dey bia mo the topic bi bana makoka. O say I buy only half or no jebo sia de your mind. Sika, yet sika so come here dey. Or come there. And yes, I buy we. Na comedy. Nana, oye. Comedy. John Dramani Mahama. Comedy. Wo de wa me come asem so. Mahama, any atamos buy, you be two sampa man penny start oil with 2 oil. You be develop 2 additional wells. Yan some oil baako. Eno na normal to omo do anim just scale fi waba. Wo se covid. Hwe sika well bank jama 1 billion. Well, offense saying 100 million baako.
That was covid na ya dikita. Who can come na ya dikita?
Oh, minua bema.
You are simplifying the pandemic as a normal.
Who's simplifying that? In the pandemic now, you need 2x4.
You call this 2x4?
Look at 2x4.
You call this 2x4?
Me, my district. Ghana is Ghana, isn't it?
You call this 2x4?
I call it 2x4. Mete so cry 2x4 come mama obi you. Mama 1x2. Who 1x2? Who 1x2? And you want me to so?
Young Combra. Eba try and come on. Eba try and come on. Yes, about lots of your text messages about but ebere ntimo fancheme. E dey beti maka ebe ken kan nyina da baba. Ma make out Dr. Kinsley Nyako. Ma shebere ni ma adesha wono kwada so e wa hanum say sanso na nimnyam for Derek Ohene Bekin enso e wa hanum say enti minute be ngotwe da animi Dr. Kinsley befa 7 out of the 8 minutes. And also, me right. I want to say, wow, show one. I'll cast a little no. I was saying, never go.
Many penny raise issues. Be or say hospital Ben, and I'm happy. Say we make Ben here. University of Ghana Medical Center mills started. Mama and me we baby. We see hospital. No, but we see Bansika. Mill started when to me envy. My penny mama Bible and we came to complete it. Tepa hospital. Now a part of the Eurojet project. Never back home now or so. Jacob for Adamoma, yeah, all the agreement. But by 8 years, month me and back kumpo. Not even a single one. Tepa, and the Korea, and I catch no Afari. Look at where it is now. Most of them, and I'm telling you, say, Nakopi Adoma, Nina, because let's start with the idea, no, we will finish them. But since you are just going to be wounded, hey, Minia, at least you come no, Napku for 100,000, no, but soon maybe an Yama will be at 700 cities. Multiply 700 by 100,000 every month. Multiply 700 by 100,000 every month times 12 times 3 years. On the time na a mom we so pom eso mo pejuma mama e catch them say on your magician. They couldn't find them jobs. But NAPCO intervention no absorb nipa about 100,000. We pay them. Scan ebino no again. And credit say the debt stock no move from 122 at the end of 2016 to 241. As we speak now, about 341 billion. A kana homogeneous no loans now homogeneous. Meaning, how about your interest? I buy all the fantastic. So part of the debt no interest that we are paying, and almost about 4 years. Yet that is soon for about 4 years. As we speak, power stability no is better as compared to that time. So I'm telling him, say, when it comes to performance, we've done more first we were here. Yeah, let's talk between 2008 and 2012, Mills time. Mills plus Mahama, because Mahama came to complete it. I'm obviously on boy, no, increased by 267%. 267%. Between 2012 and 2016, Mahama time, 243%. Before COVID, now your debt stock no increased by 76%. 76%. Before COVID time no. Okay. So everything shows say we have done far better than them. Now Asama you said before COVID, let's say yeah, Asama yekin nakufado wa admit say enemamu ayeden. Now we did not cry now me can put the customer say I admit that Ghanaians are going through difficult times. The first part. It means that he feels what I say. And I don't think he's happy about that. Second part now, Onoka said, some people are trying to say that it is my fault, but you know that is not the case. I don't think he's trying to say on Fahun. But meanwhile, he's stating the reality. And I can tell you now, maybe I did some small research. ILO, the National Labour Organization, Domoka. This is a report from them, MSA 2020 May. I say the COVID-19 pandemic, along with the associated lockdowns, number 1, mobility restrictions, number 2, and fiscal distancing rules, number 3, has not only led to a significant increase in unemployment and considerable income losses for many people, but has also altered the spending patterns of consumers and the level of price inflation that they face. In particular, the lockdown measures have affected the supply of and demand for certain products. And hence, even see the prices. Effect of pandemic on the world. Minya, this is ILO, the National Labour Organization. Minya, Mami Samao, a study done by Nipabe 5. Tio Sarah Gustavson et al. And the heading is rising food prices are a concern, but no reason for panic yet. Tidomoka, I say global food prices are on the rise. The point I'm trying to suggest is, on Chantro, and it is a fact. It is a fact. This is the fact. This is the fact. This is the fact. This is the point I'm trying to make sense. I'm on the floor. I'm on the floor.
I mean this section. Lego Hospital. Mona Mukoye. Because Mona Mushasi. Mo bom ho modern ana mo awie ana mo bae ana mo betwaso ana mo awie e do wa on say aferi be ma me say wo si aban a minya manya sa wo aferi
Oh, Jai, am I in the now?
We are this man.
Now, for the one day, now.
I call the Abraham Mission now.
Let me say you here. I say 1 minute.
You have 2 projects.
Okay. Minya, Mr. Mr. Ghana for say, Jay Kumuno, and ye amampenya na abain Bapayo, in COVID-19 and Akofaba. In the midst of that, no, and I could find a bon homo day. Say your home high. Okay, say, even last year, COVID-19 era, I buy a key available 541 million Ghana cedis or the support to small, medium enterprises. And a comparison about 302,000 companies. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm asking you.
Number 2.
Go to MBSSI.
Number 2.
I see any
Fast are there. Number 2. A school for about 11 million school children and staff are buying PPEs. That's a fact. That's a fact. What's the channel?
Now we need to say
about further.
You give PPE. I didn't wear me and say 1 cedi. Now when you look at it, you spend millions of Ghana cedis.
Why are you doing that?
Why are you doing that?
Do you agree that they supplied it? No, I'm saying, do you agree that they supplied it? No, do you agree they supplied it? Do you agree they supplied
it? To supply
you have a problem with the figure.
I have a problem with the figure.
Okay. It was
that. The figure that I have a problem. Anything
intervention
until they come out to account. They have
Parliament. We've given them. Budget estimates. They ask questions on that. Nothing was done.
Thank you for watching. Thank you so much.